Hi, everybody. Good morning and welcome to Against the Public. It's Monday, September 25th, 2023. I hope everyone had a tremendous weekend. And say what you want about the first 3 weeks of football, but whether your team's winning or losing, this has been an incredibly compelling season. I'm a little done with Taylor Swift, but the NFL was great yesterday, and just watching Taylor sit next to Travis Kelce's mom trying to act natural for 3 hours, that was somewhat compelling, but anyway, it's been great. College and pro football have been tremendous. Can't wait to see what's in store this week. This segment's the only 6.5, 7-minute segment that comes through early betting patterns by the public. Tells you exactly where the money is going and where those wagers might be a little bit misguided. Today we're going to go through 4 Major League Baseball selections that have received the majority of the early money wagered and tell you exactly where we think, or where I think, the public is going to go wrong with these wagers, trying to steer you clear of the betting patterns early on. As we close the door on the Major League season, I'd like to update you guys on how the public is doing versus the Sportsbook. Anyway, it's been about 3-4 days, so let's update those numbers. The public has won 1,229 games. They've lost 1,076 games. Good for 53.3% winners. Not good enough to beat the sportsbooks overall. Sportsbooks have a 42.01 unit edge based on a 1-unit wager this year. And it won't be nearly enough to be the most profitable season that the books have had of late. In 2017, the sportsbooks overall, and our sportsbooks that we get monitored, were over 107 units won. So great, a good season for the books as usual. Bettors hardly ever beat this sport, but not as good as it was in 2017. Sometimes I get asked, who are the most profitable teams in baseball? Well, that's interesting. I'll go through the top 3 real quick. Coming in at number 3 has been the Cincinnati Reds, 11.86 units. Washington Nationals plus 13.12, and the Baltimore Orioles easily number 1 at 27.85 units. In case you're wondering who the worst team in baseball is, clearly the Chicago White Sox, not the Oakland A's, because nobody believed in them from the start, but those early season minus numbers that Chicago wasn't cashing really hurt them at this point in the season. They're down 31.49 units. Before I get to our games, I want to remind you right now at Pickdawgz, guys, I have 3 selections in tonight's 2 Monday Night Football games, and it's Eagles-Buccaneers. I have side and total. We're going to follow that up with the Rams and the Bengals total. Get your 3-pack and win guarantee for $54.99. And guys, if you've been following us, I've been absolutely scorching hot. Right now, the number 1 documented handicapper on Pickdawgz over the last week, so make sure you get involved. Let's get to the games. We had to dig deep for these games because of a 4-game Major League Baseball schedule, so this will kind of be a shortened game. I didn't want to push a 5th game because it just was really difficult to find, and these 4 games provided 4 different plays that we're going to get on. So we're going to start in Los Angeles, Texas Rangers versus the Los Angeles Angels, John Gray versus Patrick Sandoval. And for some reason, I'm really surprised on this. Not so much the way the percentages have fallen, but the fact that 80% of the wagers are on the Angels early on, plus $1.79. And I don't think this betting pattern is going to remain. So if you like Los Angeles, bet this game right now. But for me, we're on the Rangers, who are fresh off a sweep of the Seattle Mariners. Their magic number is 5. I normally would be looking at the Angels in this spot. If this was a game that was in June and July, I would definitely be looking at the Angels coming off of that big win against Seattle. But this is a Rangers team that was kind of, led the division for most of the year, got buried a little bit there at the end, and resurrected themselves to take a commanding lead in that division. I think even though they're minus $1.81, they could smell the finish line with that 2.5-game lead. I'm going to take Texas. Now, there's going to be a second half to this game as well. With 86% of the tickets written on the over, we're going against the public and betting the under 9, and we're getting even money. So we're getting Texas and under 9. I think Texas absolutely breaks this game open late in the game, pushes this number over the total, and they get an easy win. No, that doesn't mean a recommendation on the run line, which I know people will probably try to jump on, but I'm going to play it safe here and not have to lay to 1.5 just in case. Game number 2. Really, game number 3, pick number 3. Houston versus Seattle, Justin Verlander, Luis Castillo. And again, this is not a surprise. The public sees, we talked about this last week, the public sees 2 big-time pitchers, and Verlander and Castillo. They pound the under. 92% of the money is on the under in this game. They move the number from 7.5 to 7. We're going to go over that total of 7 minus $1.20. We talked about how betting the under has been most of the time a sucker bet when you have 2 big-time pitchers. In this case, it is the same situation, although the next game is going to be different. We're going to go over the total of 7. And in the last game, the San Diego Padres versus the San Francisco Giants, Snell against Webb. Rare instance, guys, where I'm going to go against what I just explained with the total in this one at 7. If Verlander and Castillo warrants a 7, then Blake Snell and Logan Webb certainly does not. This smells like a trap. This is where experience comes in. I hope that doesn't come back to bite me. This is where we are going to steer clear of this. The public is falling for this hook, line, and sinker with 99% of the dollars going over the total. 80% of the tickets are also over the total. We're not falling in that trap. Bet the under 7 in this one and crush your fingers. Okay, so to recap, Texas Rangers minus $1.81. Rangers, LA Angels under 9 even. 2 picks in that game. Houston, Seattle over 7. San Diego, San Francisco under 7. That does it for Against the Public today. Remember to go to Pickdawgz.com, get my NFL 3-pack for $54.99, or purchase my individual games, which always comes with a Pick Dawg win guarantee. Either way, please, guys, make sure you get involved. Thank you for everybody that has so far. Thank you for the continued nice things that are said on YouTube. And if you want to get a hold of me at any point in time, please just message me on YouTube or find me at Dana Lane Sports. We won 18 of 27 on this video, so we're going to keep that going tonight. I'm Dana Lane. All the best with your wagers this week.